start our warm-up. Welcome back, ladies. And if you're new here, I'm really glad you found the channel. This is Fab and Fit over 40 and beyond. My name is Rhoda. We're going to warm up while we talk about this workout. Bring your knees up and twist. This channel is all about safe exercise and effective exercise for women over 40. Arms forward and back, heels up here. Strength training, low impact cardio, abs, core, and balance. Today is beginner to advanced. If you're just starting an exercise program, reach out. Or restarting a program, this is a great workout for you. We're going to be doing isolation moves. You can use your light dumbbells if you have them, or soup cans and water bottles, toes out and in. Really listen to the form and focus on good form. And then as you get more advanced, you're going to increase your dumbbells. Arms up and down. If you've been strength training a while and you have heavy options, get them ready to go. I'm going with 10, 15, 20, and 30s. We have trisets, swing the arms. The first exercise in the tricep will be a lower body. Second one is an upper body. Third one is abs. Reach up and over. We'll do each exercise once, and then we will repeat them for the tricep, and then move on to the next set of exercises. So, perfect if you're just starting out. Listen to the form. More advanced, get those heavy dumbbells. If you need modifications, the first exercise, you're going to sit in a chair and do leg extensions with or without a dumbbell between your feet. And if you watch the window right here, you can follow along. This is a goblet squat. I am going to go with the 30 here. Hardest part is getting it off the floor. I'm going to hold it in front of the body. Toes are out a little bit for the goblet. Sitting back in your heels like you're sitting in a chair, nice and slow, down, push. If you are worried about your knees and you're doing the leg extensions, on the break here, see if having your toes out a little bit in a squat helps take the pain out of the knees. Sometimes it will, not always. I mean, depending on what's going on with you. If you have arthritic bone on bone, it's not a lot that can help with that, but depending again where the arthritis is, possibly changing the angle a little bit of the squat can eliminate your pain. And I need you to eliminate the pain. If you have any pain at all, do the modification, please, okay? We don't want to make it worse. We want you to come back tomorrow. All right. There's your lower body, upper body. One of my favorites. We're going to pull from the floor. Or if you are not squatting, watch the modification to an overhead press. Pull. And I'm using my 15 here. And switch. Holding my core nice and tight. My back is flat. I'm bending my knees to get down here. Pushing the weight through the heels. Taking it nice and slow. If you're just starting out, you want to go nice and slow. If you're more advanced and you're lifting heavy, slow and controlled is the way to do heavy dumbbells. And I got to tell you, I've done a couple where I pulled out my heavier set recently, and the response has been great. You guys like it. And I love that. You know I love that. You're lifting heavy, I'm smiling. All right, we've got a halo coming up. I'm going to stick with my 15. It's going to throw my body weight and my balance off a little bit more than if I were using a lighter dumbbell. Up and around and in, and then the other direction. So it's right shoulder first. Ready? Twist. You're rotating your hips the opposite direction of the way the dumbbell is going. Sorry about that. Loose on the end there. Rotating through the core. Feel those abs engage. Feel that waistline engage, your obliques there. Inner obliques. You're kind of between the ab muscle that runs up and down, belly button to chin. And the obliques, which are the outer muscles, your waistline. Those inner obliques kind of hold everything together and make it look nice. And rest, good. So there we are. Those are our 3 first exercises. Adjust your weights as you need to. If you felt like it was too easy or too hard, I'm going to stick with my 30 on this goblet squat. Toes are out, knees are out a little bit. Sitting way back, driving through the heels and up. I'm warmed up now. I'm going to sit as far back as I can. My chest is coming forward, but I'm driving those hips back, tailbone back. So I'm keeping the weight completely in my heels and pushing through my heels as I come up, I squeeze my glutes. I love goblets. Squats. Something about them, I don't know. I just feel like I can get deeper in them, I guess. And that's the toe position a little bit. Anytime you change your toe positions, you change the way you hit the muscles. Good. All right. Overhead press from the floor. Coming up. Ready to go. Bending at the knees, hinging at the waist. Flat back. Drive through the heels. Pull. Press. Switch. Pull. Press it up. Good. Hold the tummy tight. That is your weight belt. You hold this core tight. It helps you lift heavier. And it's heavy. Especially on my left side. Left shoulder. I had a complete rotator repair many, many years ago. 25 years ago now. On my left side. It's been great. I've been bionic. I felt like no issues. For some reason it's a little tingy lately. Getting older. It is what it is. All we can do is work as hard as we can to keep as fit as we can. And that's what we do around here. We do 30-minute workouts because that's a perfect amount for women over 40 that have hormonal issues. And we all do, all right? Up and around the shoulder. Here's your halo. You don't want to overwork your body. You want consistent 30-minute workouts. You don't want to be doing an hour, hour and a half. All that's doing is causing stress on your body, which can throw your cortisol out of balance, which when one hormone goes out of balance, your stress hormone is your cortisol, everything else gets wacky. The last thing we need is to add more wackiness to our estrogen and progesterone, right? So we want to have these nice, time-efficient workouts, effective, certainly. Hard, yes. Stress on the body, yes. But it's not for, an hour and a half. I went through that. I was gaining weight. I couldn't figure it out. Me, 25 years in the business, right? And I was working out too much. I was fighting to keep my weight down by exercising too long. All right, I am grabbing my 30s. We have a deadlift. Very important if you're lifting heavy. This weight grazes right along the legs. Drive through your heels. Little bend in the knees. Tailbone goes back. Right to below the knees. Push up. Hips forward. Squeeze. Pull the abs tight. You definitely need that weight belt. For the heavier work, if you're just starting out and you're using soup cans, perfect. Follow the same form. Little bend in your knees. Weight in the heels. Drive through the heels. Drive the hips forward. Squeeze the glutes. Sometimes this isolation work is just awesome, both for learning and for really hitting these muscles hard as you advance. And up, good. All right, weight down. Going to my 15s, we have bicep curls. If you have light dumbbells, if that's your option, you can do a double curl here. So double curl, right like that. I'm going to alternate because I got the heavier weight. Less reps, heavier weight. Elbows in at the waistline, palms are facing you. As I come up, all right, I'm keeping my wrist neutral. Watch my hand right here. Don't do this. Don't roll the weight, okay? Keep that wrist neutral. This is all about the bicep, the front of the upper arm, doing the work. And I will say this, if you're having elbow pain right now, even if you're like, I can lift this weight, just my elbow hurts, you need to lighten your weight. That is a common occurrence as we age. We don't think about our elbows very much, but if this move is causing pain or even discomfort in that elbow, I want you to lighten your dumbbells and do the double bicep curl, okay? All right, take one of my 15s. We're gonna crunch, bicycle twist the other side, and then crunch the other knee. So right knee, twist to the left. Right, left knee, twist to the right. Pull these abs tight, okay? You gotta, standing abs, you gotta make them work. Think about pulling them in, sucking that belly button to the spine while you keep breathing. Crunch, twist. Rounding my back here. I know I've been telling you, I think I did this wrong. Yes, I did. There we go. All right, here we go. Rounding the back, I know I've been saying, keep your back flat. In this case, you're rounding forward. All right, I'm losing my track here. I'm talking too much. Trying to coach you. And that's a tough one because it's coordination. And you know me, if you've been around a while, I struggle with that. Okay, back to my 30s. As I lift, I'm really keeping my back flat. As it doesn't off the floor, deadlift. Down, drive through the heels, up, and squeeze. Now remember, for my heavy people, that weight stays grazing right along the body. Lighter weight people lifting lighter dumbbells, same thing. That weight, if it comes away from the body, it's giving too much pull on the lower back. You need it to go right up and down the front of those legs. And rest it. Good. Bicep curls. Keep your head above your heart. If your weight's on the floor and you're coming down, don't do this, all right? Brings blood to the head. When you're lifting heavier, isolation work like this, alternating bicep curl. Heart rate's up. Are you huffing and puffing? I sure am. I am breathy. And these muscles that we're building, and don't worry, you're not going to get bulky. Promise. I don't think I'm bulky. Hope not. And I do lift heavy. It just means you get results faster. You want to know your range, right? It should be hard, but not impossible. You should get to the end of a segment like this, interval, and be struggling, but still able to maybe do 2 or 3 more reps. That's how you know the weight that you're using is correct. I'm going to do my other side here. There it is. And let's do that. Crunch to the bicycle. I'm going to be quiet. Follow along. I'll call the knees to get us started. Crunching the right knee first. All right. Left knee bicycle. Left knee. Right knee bicycle. Keep going. Round in the back. Round it. Twist from the waist. There it is. I think I got that perfect, right? I hope so. Way better than the first time around. Nice work. All right, let's go ahead and hinge to the ground a little bit here, like flat back, drive the hips back, stretching the back of these legs. Keeping the head above your heart. We're going into a side lunge, alternated. I'm going to go with my 15s. See how I feel. If I feel like I can bump up to my 20s next time, I will. Let's step to your right first, side lunge. Watch the modifications if you need to modify it here. You're using the chair and you're bringing a knee up. I want you to keep that knee at a 90-degree angle. The goal is to work the front of the leg, not so much the abs. And then you're doing a rear leg lift, hitting those glutes. Using the chair for balance. Take this out. And rest. Good. I'm going to grab my chair. I'm going to stay on one side here with a back row. I'm going to grab my 20. I've got a nice flat back. I'm going to pull back towards my waist. Here we go. Pull. As my weight comes back, my shoulder blade lifts out of my back, but my shoulders stay square to the mat. I'm not using the shoulders to lift the weight. I'm not turning like that. All that's moving is the arm and the back. Stay with me. Come on, almost there. Heavy stuff. Good. And move that out of the way. Chair. Quick movement here. We're going to a discus, to a crunch. I'm going to go by 15. See how I do with that. Same arm as you were just doing your row with, okay? Twist like you're throwing a discus. Bring it up and stop it. Crunch the knee. Follow the weight. Up and stop. Crunch. Slow and controlled. Feel the waistline work here. Feel the lower abs in that crunch. Right there. Boy, 15's hard. I am glad I picked it up. I don't know that I've done discus with 15 in a long time. Am I feeling it? Second round, I probably will go down to a 10. And rest, good. So I'm going down to a 10 next time for that. This time with the side lunges, I am going to bounce up to my 20s. And we're going to step to your left, your right first. My left. Side lunge. Step it up. Here we go. Other side. Sitting back, weight in my heels, focusing so hard on my form, I'm not speaking. I need to let you in on the form as well. Driving the hips back, weight in the heels. And good work, okay. On to that back row, second set. I'm gonna step to my 20. I may get to the end of this here, this interval, and I may be done. But that's where we want to be. Here we go. Oh. I mean, I may be out of gas. Nothing left in the tank. But able to get to that beat. My back is really flat. My knees are slightly bent. Weights in my heels. I'm focusing on using that back. Lifting that shoulder blade. That is a large muscle. Your latissimus in your back. You can lift heavy. And nothing prettier than it. Well, there's things that are prettier than a pretty back, but I don't know. See women with nice defined backs. It really is nice to see. All right, under those discus, I'm gonna go down to my 10. I was losing control, and that's how I know I should use a lighter weight. I probably could do 12s here, but I don't have 12s in this set. Here we go. Swing it, bring it up, crunch. Focusing on really twisting at the waist, following the dumbbell with my eyes all the way back, all the way up, and crunch. After the crunch, bring the weight up to where the discus ended, and then come back down and up. So my footing there a little bit. And good. 30-second rest. Onward we go. All right. I'm grabbing that. I'm going to do the lower body first. I'm going to grab my 20s. For you probably could predict it. After side lunges, a lot of times you will see curtsy lunges. All right, so right leg is going back first. Deep breath. Do the modifications if you need to. You're just going to go a little less deep. You're still going to activate that glute. You're going to feel that glute. That front leg, as you curtsy down, that's the glute. You should push it out, away from the body a little bit. Feel it. Then it has to contract to bring you back up. No matter how deep you're going, if you can get that engagement, even with just tapping your foot back, when you move the leg, that glute fires up. And rest. Nice work. All right. Back row. Other side. Grab your chair. I like to use the chair. I mean, you could put your hand on a knee here, right, like this. But I find with the chair, allows me to really focus on pulling that weight back. And boy, does it seem easy when you start after the other side doing 2 sets, where at the end I was done. Then you pick up the dumbbells and go, oh, that's not so bad. Well, give it a minute. Like now, it's getting harder. These muscles, though, we're making these muscles that are going to be so pretty, but they help you maintain and even increase your metabolism because muscle burns fat. Muscle needs more calories on your body to exist on your body every day. So if we can convert how much fat might need onto that discus, I'm going to go with my 15 for this first one. Do it on the other side. And then I'll go down on the next set. Here we go. And up, crunch it. So muscle, there's about 7 to 9 calories a day to exist, a pound of muscle. A pound of fat, 1 to 3 calories. See the difference? Doesn't seem like a lot. But what if you changed 10 pounds of fat to 10 pounds of muscle? We'll use the lower number. You're burning 10 calories with 10 pounds of fat, right? A pound a calorie. A calorie a pound, right? 7 pounds with your, where am I at? Curtsies. 7, your pound of muscle is burning 7. Back with the curtsy lunge. Difference of 6 calories. So, per pound. So, 60 calories all of a sudden per day if you change 10 pounds of fat to 10 pounds of muscle. So what does that mean? 60 calories doesn't sound like a lot, right? 10 days, it's 600. 20 days, it's 1,800. 40 days, it's a pound. There are 3,500 calories in a pound that you need to burn to lose a pound of fat. So see how that works? You get right up there. And it's a slow process, but I'll tell you what, it's the way to do it and keep it off. Because you're actually changing your body composition. You're not just losing water. Pull back. Starvation diets. You start a starvation diet, you can dehydrate yourself, and you go, yay! First 3 or 4 days, you drop 4 or 5 pounds, right? It's water. You can't possibly do the math there and make that be fat. 3,500 calories times 5. There is no way you could run a marathon every single day and not accomplish 5 pounds of fat gone in 5 days. It just isn't possible. All right, so taking the slow route, not as instantly rewarding, but guess what? You stick with it, long term, you truly get the physique you want. You truly get the life you want. You get to eat. I mean, who doesn't want to eat? I want to eat. So stick with that plan. It's the only one that works. Proper nutrition, get our discus to our crunch. Lots of protein. Carbohydrates are important, they're your energy. You need energy to do this kind of exercise. Protein to help these muscles make themselves. That's how they recover, that's how they heal. And that's how they get stronger and build themselves, not bigger, because stronger muscles on women are smaller, they're tighter. That muscle that's kind of got a lot of fat in it, you eliminate that fat, make the muscles strong and tight. What happens? They squeeze in. That's why you can see somebody at 150 pounds who's you would consider, fat, having a lot of fat. You can see somebody at 150 pounds, you're like, wow, they look like they weigh 125, and they tell you they weigh 150, and you're like, no way, no way. True, they do. All right, down to the mat, or if you are modifying, watch the modification window. I've got a 20-pound for glute bridges, knees together. Drive the hips up, knees stay together here. Modifying this bridge in a way to kind of hit some of those outer thigh and glute muscles. Hamstrings, of course, that's the back of your leg. I'll go with my 30-pound next time. I didn't have enough time to grab it. I didn't realize we were going on the mat. I wasn't thinking, we gotta get down there. All right, I'm gonna grab my 10s. I'm gonna do a tricep skull crusher. All right, watch the modifications. Hold the weight up, palms face each other. Push your back to the mat here. Either side of the ear, extend up. This is the back of your arm, these triceps. Slow and controlled. Press. Full extension at the top. You often say, leave a slight bend in this joint or that joint. In this case, coming up to this full extension really engages the back of the arm through the full range of motion. So feel that right here. Go lifting, 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 squeeze. And good. Put that weight aside. We have our ab work. This is an old Tammy Lee Webb ab. Crunch. Kick the legs up, slowly lower. Watch the modifications. Crunch. Kick. Control it down. Only come down as far as you can keep your back on the mat. Now, some of you know I've had spinal fusion surgery, doing too much high-intensity impact work. It's like in my career. That's why we don't do that around here. I don't want you to have spinal fusion. So I can't bring my hips or my heels down to hover right at the mat. I'm going to give myself a foot, foot and a half there off the ground. But that doesn't mean I'm not engaging those muscles. I can certainly feel it. And good. All right. Grab my 30 as promised. For those glute bridges. First part's picking this weight and getting it right here. You're going to hold it. Bring those heels in. Holding that weight. Don't let this roll into my chin. Knees are together. Keep them together. Toes point in a little bit. It's going to help with that, especially if you've got a heavy weight on your hips. We're almost there, ladies. Almost there. I cannot lie. I love heavy dumbbell work. I really do. Much more simple, right? We do a lot of compound work around here. We do the dumbbell hit type work. Every once in a while, this isolated, heavy dumbbell strength with the really basic moves just feels awesome, I think. All right, you got that tricep extension, palms facing each other. Push the back to the mat. Either side of the ear, extend. The upper arm stays fairly in place. You're bending at the elbow, extending straight up. The elbows face the ceiling the entire time. Then the weight goes down right here, and as you pull it up. I am feeling my triceps from that last set, so I know I'm accomplishing the work I'm setting out to do, I guess, which is to really tear up these muscles. All right, as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to go have a protein shake. Protein does help your muscles heal. I'm going to make sure I get a good amount of protein today. Lots of water, all right? That's the key. Ready? Crunch, kick, and lower. This is it. The water is going to increase your blood volume, get yourself really, really hydrated. Increase your blood volume so you have lots of oxygenated blood, easy to pump because it's thin, but it's hydrated, easy for your heart to get it out to the muscles, because that's what they want to heal. That's what they need. Ibuprofen, find you a little sore later. If you're doing this, especially if you're doing this early in the day. You find you a little sore later, maybe some ibuprofen before bed. We'll encourage. Whew. All right. If you need a standing or seated stretch, I will pin a comment below with a link, or there's a bar that's coming across right now that you could click. The problem with that bar is you can't see it if you're doing this on a television. Reach up over your head. So if you can't see that bar and you need to stay standing up for your stretch, click the link in the pinned comment right underneath this video. Grab your knees, rocking back and forth. You're with me on the mat here. Work out that lower back, heavy dumbbells. Lower back really works hard. And feet down, 1 foot down, 1 foot up. This is going to go a little long for 30 minutes. I wanted to get 5 sets in there, 5 trisets, so that we could hit everything. And we did. Bring the knee in, lay the leg down, guide this across. I'm so glad you're here, reach away. I get more and more comments of women that started at some point in the past and are still with me. That just makes me so happy, because this is not a start and stop thing, right? Moving your body every day is so important. It doesn't have to be hour and a half long workouts, but 3 to 4 times a week, you want to be doing these half-hour workouts. And then other things you can do, go out and garden, go out and walk, park far from your grocery store. You've heard all of those things before, I'm sure. Get movement in your day. That's all. Your body needs to move, and that's how you burn calories. And that's how you keep your calorie burn a little higher. Bring your knee in, leg down, and bring this across, and reach away. Very effective stretch to get a lot of muscles at the same time here. Walking is a wonderful exercise for a recovery day, or for low impact cardio. Reach your hands over your head, extend your legs, flex your feet. When you go walking, you can go 40 minutes, 50, an hour. So such a low level cardio exercise. Rolling over here, that you can extend the time, but you don't have to. Right? I'm just saying that it's not a bad thing. Round your back. It's not gonna add stress and increase your cortisol. And if you get to do it outside in nature, it's actually stress relieving. Flatten your back, toes together, knees out. Rock back, arms over your head. Drop your forehead to the mat if you can. Stretching the back, stretching the arms. And then we're going to bring the hands behind the head, palms together, body weight down. Find where this stretches the back of your arm for a nice tricep stretch. So if you're here for the first time, I hope in 3-4 months you tell me that you've been doing my workout since the tricep workout. And of course, if you've been here a long time, you know I love that you're still here. Twist. And if you've been here a short time, I hope that you're here too. So I love you all. I really do. Other side. There's nothing more rewarding than helping women live their best lives, honestly. I couldn't be more lucky to have that be what I do for my life. All right, have a wonderful day or evening. I'm so glad you did this workout with me. I will see you next time. Remember, water, water, water. Have a great day.